They appear when the world sleeps, silent, determined, unstoppable. Beneath the moonlight, the fields move, shadows shifting between the rows of corn. But it's not the wind. It's not deer. It's something far more destructive. These are wild boars, one of the most powerful, intelligent, and devastating invasive species on the planet. Across the United States, Europe, and even Australia, they've become a force of nature that no one saw coming. And what began as a small problem has now turned into a war. Farmers in Texas know this sight all too well. They wake to find their crops torn apart overnight. Entire acres flattened, irrigation lines ripped open, soil churned like it's been tilled by machines. But this isn't machinery. It's millions of feral hogs. Brought here centuries ago for farming and hunting, they've multiplied beyond anyone's control. Today, more than 6 million of them roam the U.S., with half of them in Texas alone. Every year, they cause over $2.5 billion in agricultural damage, tearing apart crops and contaminating water systems. They don't follow seasons, and they certainly don't stop for fences. They move in herds called sounders, each led by a matriarch, fast, smart, and ruthless. A wild boar can sniff out food from over 7 miles away. For years, farmers tried everything: electric fences, traps, even poisons. But the hogs learned. Trail cameras now capture astonishing behavior. Boars testing gates, circling traps, and even sending in a single hog as a scout while the others wait. If the bait smells wrong, they leave. If something looks new, they avoid it. These aren't just ordinary pigs anymore. They've evolved, adapting faster than the humans trying to stop them. But humans are adapting too. In Texas, high-tech hunting has become both a necessity and a culture. At night, helicopters sweep across fields with pilots using thermal scopes to locate herds from the air. On the ground, remote-triggered corral traps, some spanning 30 feet wide, wait silently. With the press of a button on a phone, the gates slam shut, capturing entire groups at once. Yet even with all this technology, it's never enough. For every dozen trapped, dozens more are born. A single female, a sow, can have 2 litters a year, with up to 6 piglets each time. Within months, those piglets start breeding too. In just a few years, one family line can become hundreds. This isn't just population growth. It's an explosion. And it's not just America's problem. Across Europe, the wild boar has made a dramatic comeback, from the forests of Germany to the farmlands of France and Poland. In some regions, their numbers have doubled in just 5 years. They roam highways, invade city parks, and dig through urban trash bins. In Italy, residents have filmed entire herds walking down the streets of Rome at night. In Spain and France, boars have even caused deadly traffic accidents. Farmers there face the same nightmare: destroyed crops, broken fences, and massive financial loss. And yet, there's one major difference. In Europe, the wild boar isn't seen as just an invasive outsider. It's native wildlife, protected in many areas, hunted in others, but always a part of the ecosystem. So instead of total eradication, Europe focuses on management: seasonal hunts, selective culling, and advanced fencing to keep hogs away from key crops. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Australia is fighting its own boar war. Feral pigs were first brought there by European settlers in the 18th century. Without natural predators and with endless land to roam, they spread faster than anyone could have imagined. Today, an estimated 24 million feral pigs roam Australia's farmlands and wetlands. They destroy sugarcane, wheat, and banana plantations. They dig up turtle nests, eat native reptiles and birds, and threaten endangered species. In Queensland alone, their destruction costs farmers hundreds of millions every year. Helicopter teams hunt them from above, using infrared cameras to spot their heat signatures in the bush. Ground teams deploy drones, corral traps, and even GPS collars to track their movements. Still, for every area cleared, new herds appear just days later. Whether it's the dry plains of Texas, the rolling fields of France, or the wetlands of Queensland, the story is the same. Wild boars adapt, they multiply, and they return stronger than before. They're not just a pest, they're a global phenomenon. They outsmart fences, overpower traps, and can survive bullets that would kill smaller animals instantly. Their thick skin and layers of fat protect them, while their intelligence keeps them one step ahead. And unlike other species, they're omnivores, eating anything from roots and crops to small animals and even carcasses. This makes them not only destructive, but incredibly resilient. Scientists warn that the real danger isn't just economic, it's ecological. Feral hogs compete with native species for food, spread diseases to livestock, and destroy wetland habitats crucial for biodiversity. In some regions, they have completely reshaped entire ecosystems. And even when they're killed, disposal becomes a challenge. Infected carcasses can contaminate soil and water, spreading viruses that threaten domestic pig populations worldwide. And yet, no matter how much damage they cause, one thing remains undeniable. The wild boar is one of nature's greatest survivors. Every single day, farmers are fighting back, not out of hatred, but out of sheer necessity. Because every broken fence, every destroyed field, every lost harvest, it's more than just money. It's their survival. For them, this isn't a hunt, it's defense. A fight to reclaim the land that's slipping away, one hoofprint at a time. Across the globe, this battle takes many forms. Some farmers use coordinated night operations, turning their fields into battlegrounds lit only by the green glow of thermal scopes. Others build smart traps controlled by their phones, hoping technology will finally give them an edge. But every dawn brings a new challenge, because the hogs never stop. They dig, they run, they breed, and they always return. The war against wild boars isn't ending anytime soon, but through innovation, cooperation, and sheer determination, humans continue to push back. From the plains of Texas to the forests of Europe and the vast Australian outback, this battle unites farmers, scientists, and hunters across continents. It's a race between intelligence and instinct, between human invention and nature's adaptation. As long as there are crops to destroy and soil to root through, the boars will keep coming. The real question is, who will adapt faster? But what if the wild boar isn't the villain we make it out to be? What if it's simply doing what nature designed it to do? Survive, adapt, and take advantage of our mistakes. In many ways, this invasion is our own creation. Decades of habitat loss, industrial farming, and climate shifts have forced wildlife into a corner. And the wild boar, clever, strong, and opportunistic, adapted better than anyone ever expected. We cleared the forests, opened up the fields, and planted endless rows of food. And the boars simply followed the buffet. In Texas, experts say their population is growing by 20% every single year. That means even if 1 million are removed annually, the total number still climbs higher. The math doesn't lie. We're losing ground. In Australia, it's even worse. With fewer natural predators and vast, unmonitored land, entire regions are overrun. Some pigs now roam hundreds of miles in a single season, tearing through farmlands, cattle stations, and precious wetlands alike. Locals describe nights filled with strange sounds, grunts echoing across valleys, herds crashing through fences, and fields left looking like bomb craters by sunrise. And in Europe, the story takes an even stranger turn. Wild boars there aren't just surviving, they're thriving in cities. They've learned that urban environments are safer than forests. No hunters, no predators, just trash bins overflowing with an easy meal. In Berlin, boars have been caught on camera wandering through subway stations. In Rome, mothers walk their children to school while boars rummage beside parked cars. And in Paris, yes, even Paris, farmers on the outskirts report nightly raids on their vineyards. Authorities face a dilemma: call the animals and face public backlash, or let them multiply and risk an urban disaster. The truth is, the wild boar's intelligence is on par with that of a dog. They recognize danger, they remember faces, and they learn from every failed trap, every missed shot, and every single encounter. This isn't just slow evolution. It's adaptation happening in real time, right before our eyes. Meanwhile, farmers continue their desperate fight. In America, nighttime hunting has evolved into a multi-million-dollar industry. Companies offer helicopter safaris, drone-guided hunts, and AI-tracked traps. But critics say it's not enough. These measures only scratch the surface. The moment the hunting stops, the herds return, often stronger and smarter than before. This is a war that can't be won through brute force alone. It requires understanding, turning the boar's own intelligence against itself. Researchers at places like Texas A&M are experimenting with pheromone lures and controlled sterilization programs. Others are testing automated corral systems triggered only when an entire herd is inside, preventing partial escapes that just create more trap-shy survivors. And yet, for all the science and all the technology, this battle still comes down to something incredibly simple: human persistence against nature's resilience. Every night, across continents, the same story unfolds. Lights flicker on in barns, engines start, drones take flight, and somewhere in the dark, eyes are watching back. This isn't a story of hate between man and beast. It's a story of two species locked in competition, one driven by necessity, the other by survival. Because make no mistake, the wild boar isn't inherently evil. It's not invading out of malice. It's simply doing what we all do: seeking food, safety, and a place to live. But the imbalance between human progress and nature's resilience has reached a breaking point, and the result is chaos. Scientists warn that if populations continue to rise unchecked, we could face an ecological crisis unlike anything we've seen before. Diseases like African swine fever and leptospirosis could spread rapidly, wiping out domestic livestock and contaminating our water systems. Entire food chains could shift, with insects, birds, and plants all affected by the boar's relentless rooting and feeding. Some regions are already calling it the silent apocalypse. But even in destruction, there's a strange sense of awe, because in the middle of this chaos, the wild boar stands as a symbol of raw survival, of nature's refusal to yield. For every fence built, every trap set, and every hunter dispatched, the boar learns, adapts, and continues. It's a relentless cycle of action and reaction, a high-stakes chess match played out in fields and forests. In Poland, farmers have started to name the older, battle-scarred boars, individuals that have escaped capture for years, becoming local legends. In Australia, locals whisper about the ghost pigs, massive tusked males seen only once, haunting the floodplains under the moonlight, then vanishing without a trace. And in Texas, ranchers share stories of herds that disappear for months, only to reappear, almost supernaturally, the night before the harvest. It's as if they know. They sense the rhythm of our lives and plan their raids with uncanny precision. But amid all this, there's hope. Because while the wild boar represents destruction, it also pushes innovation. It forces us to think smarter, act faster, and respect nature's incredible resilience. New partnerships between farmers and scientists are forming across borders, breaking down old barriers to find new solutions. In Europe, thermal drones now map migration routes with pinpoint accuracy, giving farmers a crucial head start. In the US, smart traps are using machine learning to predict herd movements, learning the boar's patterns to become more effective. And in the vast landscapes of Australia, farmers use helicopters to monitor land that was once thought unreachable, turning the tables on their elusive foe. Slowly but surely, humanity is adapting too. And perhaps that's the hidden message behind this global war. In trying to outsmart the wild boar, we're reminded of a lesson we've forgotten: that nature is not our enemy, but our teacher. It challenges us, it pushes us to our limits, and in doing so, it forces us to grow. So, as night falls once again over fields and forests across the world, the hum of drones fades into the distance. The traps are set. The farms wait in silence. And deep in the darkness, the boars return. Silent, determined, and seemingly unstoppable. The battle continues. But maybe, in understanding them, we'll finally learn how to win. Not just against the wild boar, but against the chaos we've created in our own world. If you found this story compelling, hit that like button and subscribe for more real wildlife documentaries and survival stories from across the globe. Because in nature, every war tells a story, and this one is still being written. Thanks for watching.